Hey guys, Najaam here, CEO, creative director, image, lifestyle coach, and artist over at Najaamleestudios, NL Art and Healing, and welcome to another video with me. I know it's been so long, and so more videos are going to be following up. I did do a trip, and that was so amazing. I had a whole bunch of fun and learned a lot and saw a lot. So I'll dive into those later on, but this particular video is a little bit more serious one, and I wanted to discuss this because I get a lot of questions regarding sickle cell and sickle cell pain, and wanting to understand more about it. I also talk with other sicklers and how they describe their pain, what they go through, and we all go through really similar pain factors, I would call it, describing how we feel when we have pain and what our body feels like and what we go through. And so I thought it would be a pretty good video to talk about, to discuss it really quickly, and just to bring more awareness to the disease called sickle cell anemia. So this is what it is, so let's get into it. So I did look up online basically what is pain and what is chronic pain, since the title up here is pain, chronic pain. And so I'm going to read it real quickly to you guys, what the medical definition is of pain and chronic pain, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so I have my handy dandy glasses, so I'm going to read this quick too from my computer. Pain. Pain is an unpleasant feeling often caused by intense or damaging stimuli, such as stubbing your toe, burning a finger, putting alcohol on a cut, etc., etc. Pain, as described by the International Association for the Study of Pain, says pain is an unpleasant sensory and emotional experience associated with actual or potential tissue damage, or described in terms of such damage. Pain motivates the individual to withdraw from damaging situations, to protect and damaged body part while it heals, and to avoid similar experiences in the future. Pain is the most common reason for physician consultation in most advanced countries, such as the United States. It is a major symptom in many medical conditions and can significantly interfere with a person's quality of life and general functioning. Psychological factors such as social support, hypnotic suggestion, excitement, or distraction can significantly modulate the pain's intensity and unpleasantness. So that's just on what pain is. Now let's go into chronic pain, and I really wanted to more talk on this because this is what we experience as sicklers. What is chronic pain? About 100 million Americans suffer from chronic pain, defined as pain that lasts longer than 6 months. Chronic pain can be mild or excruciating, episodic or continuous, merely inconvenient, or totally incapacitating. With chronic pain, signals of pain remain active in the nervous system for months or even years. This can take both a physical and emotional toll on a person. The most common sources of pain stem from headaches, joint pain, pain from injury, and backaches. Other kinds of chronic pain include tendinitis, sinus pain, carpal tunnel syndrome, and pain affecting specific parts of the body, such as the shoulders, pelvis, and neck. Generalized muscle or nerve pain can also develop into chronic condition. Chronic pain may originate with an initial trauma, injury, or infection, or there may be an ongoing cause of pain. Some people suffer chronic pain in the absence of any past injury or evidence of body damage. The emotional toll of chronic pain can also make a pain worse. Anxiety, stress, depression, anger, and fatigue interact in complex ways with chronic pain and may decrease the body's production of natural painkillers. Moreover, such negative feelings may increase the level of substances that amplify sensations of pain, causing a vicious cycle of pain for the person. Even the body's most basic defenses may be compromised. There is considered able evidence that unrelenting pain can suppress the immune system. Because of the mind-body links associated with chronic pain, effective treatment requires addressing psychological as well as physical aspects of the condition. All right, so that's the definition of chronic pain, and I wanted to talk about that because a lot of times, every day, I can speak on me, every day I have pain. I have chronic pain. With sickle cell anemia, the pain can be anywhere in the body. It can be from in my back, to my legs, to my head, to my neck, to my fingers, anywhere, to my toes. It can be anywhere in the body. The muscles and certain regions of body organs will be affected. So within myself, like the heart's affected. Why? Because it's enlarged. It's overcompensating for the lack of oxygen flowing in the red blood cells through the bloodstream of my body. So it has to overwork to really get oxygen pushing down in there. The other part that's weak as well is the lungs, because of some of us are prone to getting pneumonia a lot, or some other type of infection sometimes. And since even if we do take pneumovax or anything like that, or flu vaccine or whatever, we'll still get it. And most times it can happen any time of the year, basically. And also weak parts of the body where if I'm standing too long, my lower back and mid part of my back will start to be affected, or some parts of my hip or into my thighs will be affected. And so every single day when I wake up, I'm not able to wake up like a normal person to say, oh, wake up and I'm just like feeling great and, you know, like going and do whatever and have no thought of pain. When I wake up, it's totally different. And other sicklers can probably relate with me. When we wake up in the morning, especially morning times, we feel every single part of our body. We feel pain when we wake up in the morning, when our eyes open. And so it's a slow process of really getting out of bed. We're not really hopping out of bed. We'll open our eyes and just really take our time before we roll up out of bed and then go do our day. And that also consists of, in the morning, popping whatever medication, pain medication, to help us suppress the pain, numb the pain, in order to do the normal functions of a person what can do, was just to take a shower, to brush our teeth, comb our hair, put our makeup on, put our clothes on, whatever it is we gotta do, and get out the door. And sometimes a lot of times it can be daunting, because this is like every day is the same thing. And when you're waking up or doing your day, and then parts of your day when your body gets fatigued because you've been probably working or doing something, and after a while you get fatigued, you need to sit down. For a regular person, they don't need to sit down. They're not feeling that. You know, person who probably works at Macy's or a standing job 8 hours a day in comfortable shoes, you know, are pretty good at standing for 8-10 hours. Us, on the other hand, will not be able to do that. We will try, and I've tried many times of when I used to work in retail and stuff, of trying to do that whole 8-hour shift, and by the time I would get back to my home, I am in excruciating pain and have to do it the next day. And it never really lasted. Those jobs never really lasted. Even if I'm doing a sit-down job, and sit down job, and you're up and you're moving around and you're interacting and stuff, the back gets affected. And it's not like you have the most expensive orthopedic chair sitting on. You're sitting on a regular chair, and you're affected. So when you can take your medicine and function to some point, but after a while, you really need to have that time of laying down, not thinking about anything, and just able to like allow the body to restore itself a little bit or to catch up. And these are things that we go through as sicklers with chronic pain. It's every single day. Chronic means every single day. We are in pain. Whether on a scale of 1 to 10, we can be at a 10 sometimes. We can be at a 6 sometimes. I live between a 6 and a 7 on the Richter scale of pain. I am never at a 1. I am never at a 2. And I'm sure never at a 3. It's either around a 6, sometimes 5 if I'm lucky. But most of the time 6, 7 I'm living at. So when I wake up in the morning, yeah, I'm in pain. I'm so used to it to the point of someone says they have a headache, I'm just like, whatever. Because I have the pain that we get is like someone stabbing you. And if you get a sharp knife and stab yourself, whether you just put the knife to the palm of your hand or to your wrist or somewhere on your leg or whatever, just to put that point and push, it hurts, right? So imagine with someone with sickle cell, we are getting this, push. Yeah, we don't see the blood coming, but we are having this type of pain that keeps going, and stabbing. At some point, after a while, you get kind of numb to it a little bit, but then, that's your mind or your meditation, whatever you're trying to do to just not really focus on it. And so imagine being stabbed and then people are talking to you, or you're trying to focus on other things, and this pain is just like this, you're just being stabbed. So we have to learn to multitask. We have to learn to push other things that aside to focus on other things at the same time while we are being stabbed. So, put yourself in my shoe. You have someone stabbing you in the back. You can't run because it's attached and stabbing you in the back. So then you're trying to do your regular stuff. Take a shower, you're being stabbed. Brush your teeth, you're being stabbed. Comb your hair, you're being stabbed. Eating your food, you're being stabbed. You're sitting on a chair, you're being stabbed. You're laying in the bed, you're being stabbed. And continuously being stabbed. So when someone says to me, oh, is that like arthritic pain? Please, don't insult me, okay? I've had stupid doctors, stupid physicians, stupid specialists, when they come to where they're ignorant and foolishness about that must, you may have like something, maybe it's all in your mind, or it's all in your, it's just arthritis. No, it's not. Okay? It's not. And when they do insults like that, because they can't physically see the pain being stabbed, and I always refer to Lord of the Rings, the first one. Why? Because there's a description of what we go through as pain that Frodo went through, and I will always use this analogy. If you can rewind to it, fast forward to it, whatever you want to do right now if you have the movie. And there's a part where Frodo is running in the garden with the other hobbits, okay? And they're trying to get away from the guys on the horse. And at some point, they catch up to Frodo. And the guy, even though his friends don't see them, when Frodo puts the ring on, he sees that world, okay? And they come and they surround him, and the guy takes the sword and pierces him into the chest area, right? No one sees that, but he screams out. Everybody around him knows he just got hurt real bad. All the elves, everybody knows. Hobbits, everybody knows, right? He's screaming out in such agonizing pain. And that pain continues. No matter what is put on it, what they give him, take him over to the elvish area and try to do whatever they can for him. That pain still hurt throughout that movie, and he felt it throughout all the way to the end of the story. He still felt at times that pain, right? That is how I describe a sickle cell attack. A sickle cell attack, you may not see it on your physical plane, but when we are being stabbed and given this excruciating pain and we're screaming out, it's horrendous. And I really, really believe that whoever came up with that theory or that idea in that movie was on target of what pain or chronic pain is like. You know, and not everything you're going to physically see, you're going to feel it. And they have to, within their research, whether they take blood work from you, to check your blood levels, your hemoglobin levels, your white count, your red counts, and see what levels they are. A lot of times, even if you do all that, it's not enough. Because the pain is still, you're still being stabbed. You still are in this chronic pain happening. And so with those particular type of insults that doctors do really, really frustrates me. And they want to think that they're gods and you're not. And sometimes I think they need to just back off and learn something instead of the textbooks that they're given, which has blatantly no qualified information to really describe and really handle the take on sickle cell. What they utilize, which is really sad to say, is because sickle cell is prone to an ethnic group or a race most of the times, but it's all over. White people get sickle cell, Indians get sickle cell, Spanish get sickle cell, you name it, it's across the board. Asians get sickle cell. Everybody can get sickle cell. It's a blood disorder. It's not a color disorder. It's a blood disorder, okay? And because of their mentality, and because they mostly see either blacks or African Americans or other ethnic groups come in of darker skin color, a lot of prejudice and a lot of discrimination and a lot of racism is used. And one of the big factors that is used a lot because we need a lot of medicine is that we are drug addicts. And one thing they do forget is that when we started getting these pains as a child, the drugs were coming from them, okay? Did they find a cure for sickle cell? No. Is there a cure for sickle cell? No. And so when we are in children's and getting pain medicine, I don't know what in their brain factor thinks that when we become adults, it just stops, but it doesn't. There's no such thing. And that you start curtailing and start saying, oh, you're having too much medicine or you're having too much, you're relying on this too much. Motherfucker, where do you think you are getting off of, you know, when it comes to pain crises? So, a lot of times we as sicklers have to fight and stand up. And so on top of that, when you're in the hospital and you're fighting for your life and you're being stabbed at the same time, and then you have to fight with these fucking doctors and also some of these badass nurses, and you're trying to at the same time stabilize yourself to relax in order to subdue the stabbing that's happening in your body. These assholes, these motherfuckers want to act stupid. And so a lot of times we hate going into the hospitals because to us it doesn't really make a difference. and they're not helpful, and I wonder why they even have a career in medicine besides getting money. Why have a career in medicine if you're really not there to help people? So anyways, pain, chronic pain, this is what it is. This is what we go through. I hope that what I've talked about really gave an insight of what we go through in a more explicit way. And if you have any more questions or comments, just leave it down in the comment box below. I would love to do another video on it, on your question, as well as don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And a lot more videos are to come. Follow me on my social media, which is Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm always there at Najaam Lee. And check out my website, Najaamlee.com, for all your lifestyle and image coaching. I am there. All right, talk to you soon. See you in another video. Bye. Please thumbs this up too. Like it. Thank you.